So your baby is 4 or 5 months now, and you started to notice that the back section of the hair is really dry. It looks different, it feels different, and you're wondering what is going on. In today's video, I'm going to be telling you exactly why the back of your baby's hair has become dry all of a sudden and what you need to do. Hey NC fam, welcome back to my channel. So for those that don't know me, my name is Novella and I am a kids hair coach, and I help moms confidently care for their children's natural hair and create new generational cycles. Okay NC fam, so let's get straight into the video. So why is the back section of your baby's hair so dry? Well, the thing is, in the first year of your baby's life, their hair is going to change the most. So you start to notice around the 4 or 5 month mark that your baby's hair is starting to look different in certain sections. So let's just take the back section for example. You're going to start to notice that the back section is becoming a little bit more dry. It looks different, it feels different, and the main reason why this is happening is because your baby's hair is transitioning into a more afro textured hair type, and this is the reason why you're noticing that the back section for example is becoming more dry. Now your baby can experience this dryness section at the sides, at the front of the hair, but the most common part is the back section for most moms. That's when they first start to experience this dryness on their baby's hair, but like I said, it can happen anywhere on their head. Okay NC fam, before we continue with the rest of this video, if you're struggling to moisturize your baby's hair, you're struggling with moisture retention, you're not sure of what method to use, I have created a free guide that's going to show you how to use the LCO method. This is one of my favorite methods that I use to moisturize my children's hair. So I've created a free guide to show you the steps on how to use the LCO method for moisture retention. All you need to do is to just click the link below this video and you can get access to this free guide. Okay, so now let's talk about some of the things you're going to notice when your baby is going through this dryness phase, because that's what it is. It's just a dryness phase, but I want you to be aware of the signs or what you're going to notice so that when this starts to happen around the 4 or 5 month mark, you're able to recognize it quite quickly. Okay, so one of the things you're going to start to notice is dryness. Now this dryness, as I mentioned before, can take place in any section of their head, but the most common place for this dryness to happen is the back section. Notice that the back section is going to be really dry in comparison to the rest of the hair. The rest of the hair is going to be fine, it's not going to be dry, but the back section is going to be really dry. You also notice that the back section for example is dull in appearance. So for example, you'll see that the rest of your baby's hair has a nice sheen to it, or it looks shiny, but the back section will be quite dull and matte looking. So let's just say for example your baby has jet black hair. You'll notice that the front, the sides will be shiny, jet black, but then the back section will be like a grayish, blackish, matte appearance, quite dull in appearance in comparison to the rest of their hair. Now, by the way, guys, all of my children, I have 3 children, all of my children experience this dryness phase. Now, my youngest, who is 1 year old, she experienced this dryness phase when she was 4 months. My firstborn, 4 months. My son, my secondborn, 4 months. So all of them experienced it. I'm going to put a picture right here for you to see my daughter's dryness patch, which is at the back section of her hair. And as you can see from this picture, the back section is quite dull in appearance, and that was the area where I have circled. That area was really dry in comparison to the rest of her hair. The rest of her hair felt fine, but that back section was extremely stubborn. So the other thing is that you may start to notice that the back section of your baby's hair feels like synthetic hair. This is exactly what I noticed with my youngest. When the back section was extremely dry, it also felt like synthetic hair. It just didn't feel like real hair, if that makes sense. It felt like synthetic hair. It just felt very different in comparison to the rest of her hair, where it felt smooth, silky, soft. That back section, only that back section, felt like synthetic hair. If you notice this as well, this is another sign that the dryness phase has appeared. By the way guys, comment below, let me know, is your baby 4 or 5 months for example, and have they started to experience this dryness phase? Are they experiencing these signs or symptoms that I am going through with you? Let me know in the comments below what signs you have started to notice that is helping you to confirm that they are actually going through this dryness phase. Let me know below. You're also going to start to notice that the back section, or whatever section that they experienced in the dryness, looks more afro textured. It feels more like afro textured hair. So if you're not noticing the synthetic hair, you may start to notice the feel. It may feel more afro textured, or it may look more afro textured in comparison to the rest of your baby's hair that still has that newborn soft looking baby hair, in comparison to that back section that's quite dry. You may also start to notice that the back section, or whatever section that they experience in the dryness phase, doesn't have much of a curl pattern. This is what I experienced with my youngest, for example. That back section didn't really have much of a curl pattern. It was just very different to the rest of her hair, where the rest of her hair had a curl pattern. You may notice this as well for your baby. The other thing you may notice is, no matter what you do, this back section is still dry. Now you're going to try and moisturize it. You're going to be, you know, let's just say you have the best regime in place for your baby. The dryness patch will literally laugh back at you. The dryness patch is going to be like, hey, what are you trying to do? Like, I'm still dry. Stop wasting your time. It's literally gonna laugh back at you. Like, no matter what you put in your baby's hair, no matter what you do, it's still going to feel like synthetic hair. It's still going to be dry. If you experience this, don't be alarmed, don't panic, don't think that you're not doing, or you're doing something wrong. You're not doing anything wrong. This dryness phase, like I said before, it is very normal around the age of 4 or 5 months. And yes, no matter what you do, it's still going to seem dry. However, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Sooner or later, you're going to realize that this dryness section or patch is going to start to retain moisture. Now, how long it's going to take for you to start to experience moisture retention, or for your baby to experience moisture retention in this area, it just depends. So for example, when my son was going through this dryness patch or phase at the back section, his lasted for 6 months. So for 6 months his hair was dry at the back. Now my eldest daughter, she went through this dryness phase for about a month and a half, and my youngest, who is 1 now, she went through this dryness phase for 2 months. So why am I telling you this? Just so that you know that every child is different. However long it lasts, you're not going to know, but you'll find out once the dryness phase has passed. You will start to notice that the back section isn't as dry and is going to start retaining moisture. Like I said before, if you notice that no matter what you're doing, this dryness patch or section is still dry, don't panic, don't worry, just continue doing what you're doing, and with time this too shall pass. Okay, so all of these things you're going to notice is just telling you that they're in this dryness phase, and this dryness phase, as I mentioned before, it will pass. Just like how your baby develops, you know, from newborn to infant to toddler to a child, their hair is also going through different changes. As I mentioned in the beginning, their hair is going to change the most in the first year of their life, and to be honest, their hair is going to continue to change, but the first year of their life is where their hair changes the most. But their hair will continue to change up until about 3 or 4 years old. So there will be more changes to come, but the most drastic is in the first year. Okay, so let's talk about what you need to do when your baby experiences this dryness in the back section, for example. First thing you don't want to do when your baby experiences this dryness phase is don't ignore what is happening. If you ignore this, your baby's hair is going to dry even more, and they're going to experience breakage at the back section section or whatever section they're experiencing the dryness phase. So what you need to do at this point, this is actually your cue to add a leave-in conditioner, for example, into your baby's moisturizing routine. The leave-in conditioner is going to help to soften your baby's hair, make it more manageable, make it smooth, and just make it feel nice. So if you're just using, for example, liquids, your water and oil only, at this point you now want to add in a leave-in conditioner. So you're now transitioning into the LCO method, which is your liquid, which can be a water, and then your C, which would be a light leave-in, for example, and then your O would be an oil, for example, to help to slow down the evaporation of moisture from your baby's hair, so your baby can retain that moisture for a little bit longer. If you're struggling with the LCO method, for example, or you're not sure how to, use the LCO method for moisture retention, I've created a free guide for you. All you need to do is to click the link below this video to get access to this free guide, and that will help you with the LCO method to start moisturizing your baby's hair so they can start to retain moisture. Now when you add in the leave-in conditioner along with your oil and water, for example, don't feel like you have to have a different routine for the area that's dry and for the area that isn't as dry and that's just normal. Don't feel like you need two separate regimes or two separate moisturizing routines. Just use the same products for their whole head, one regime for their whole head. That's it. Like, you don't need to treat their hair separately. Am I making sense? So for example, the back section doesn't need a different regime, the front doesn't need a different regime. One regime, one set of products for the whole hair. The next thing to do is to make sure that you are washing your baby's hair regularly. And when I mean regularly, I mean once a week. You definitely want to make sure that you're washing your baby's hair once a week. We want to make sure that your baby's scalp and hair is clean. And then also we want to ensure that you are conditioning after you wash your baby's hair. This is really, really important. If you're not doing this, your baby's hair is going to experience a lot of dryness. The shampoo is going to remove some buildup from their hair. It's also going to lift the cuticle slightly, so the outside layer of the hair, which is going to make the hair feel a bit more rough and dry. So you want to add a conditioner after that's going to help to smooth the cuticle layer, make the hair feel soft and manageable as well. So you definitely want to add in a conditioner after you shampoo your baby's hair. Another thing that you possibly want to try is to add a midweek co-wash, conditioner only wash into your baby's regime. So this will literally just be a conditioner only wash midweek. This is what I did for my children when they were going through the dryness phase. I added a midweek co-wash into their regime, and this really helped with the softness of the hair, making the hair more manageable and overall moisture retention. This was really, really great when they were going through the dryness phase. This is something that you could also try. Another thing to do when they're going through this dryness phase is to make sure that you're moisturizing as often as needed. So when your baby's hair needs to be re-moisturized, you need to ensure that you are re-moisturizing the hair. So let your baby's hair lead you. So this is a good time to really pay attention to your baby's hair to know when their hair needs to be re-moisturized, and if it does, you want to re-moisturize it. And the next thing is to ensure that you are protecting your baby's hair at night. So having their hair protected at night is going to prevent any rubbing or frizz or breakage or anything like that wherever they lay their head at night. So this is really, really important to protect your baby's hair at night. And the next thing you want to do is to ensure that you are doing this consistently. So all the things that I've mentioned, you want to make sure that you're doing this consistently. Sooner or later, you're going to notice that this dryness is a thing of the past. Okay, NC fams, you've heard me mention the LCO method several times throughout this video. If you want to see a demo, because it's really, really important that you know how to do the LCO method, so check out the video right here and you'll be able to see how I moisturize my little one's hair using this exact method, the LCO method. This video should help you to get the technique right. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and share with anyone you feel may benefit from watching. Take care. Bye.